Previously on Spirited... I don't care if I end up as a doll of a blue cheese dressing in my next life. I'm gonna defend Dirk in court. There ain't a damn thing you can do about it. And now, back to the present. But yeah, I can see it's only 4 o'clock now, so it starts at 5, so I can still go a little further here. I don't want to stop now, jeez. May 18th, Temple. I passed out right after we found her in the tomb. Oh, we're back to Phoenix over here now. She's been out cold ever since. We haven't been able to get a word out of her. The doctor said it's just exhaustion, but I can't help but worry. I know, what do you think, man? What is it, Wright? Are you alright? Yeah, I was just thinking is all. Glad you're here, Edgeworth. Oh, I love it when they're nice to each other. Oh, bleh. We probably went through this in Dual Destinies, too. We wouldn't have gotten the permissions we have without you. Well, I didn't come all the way to Karine to be useless. Good. What are you gonna do here? Speaking of the investigation, I received a few things from Detective Sky. These should prove to be useful to us as well. Inga's autopsy report added to the court record. This is like... Oh, okay, so we're getting the same evidence Apollo did. Oh my god, just everything. I mean, it makes sense, though. Man, I can't thank you enough, Edgeworth. Honestly, I've been so lost without him these past few days. Oh, so sweet. You there, the barbed-head lawyer, Phoenix Wright! Huh? What the hell? Oh my god, dude. How's it going, purple face? You're from the Grand Royal Guard, right? It's Dats, I'm calling it. Well, that can't be Dats, his mouth is too small. I am Lackey, Lackey, okay. I am Lackey, Royal Guard member, and Her Eminence's shoulder rubber. That's very specific. And what does the Royal shoulder rubber want with me? Shoulder rubber. It's like Homestar Runner, you know, Phantom Menace, it's one of those things. I am here for one purpose only. I am to bring you before Her Eminence, Queen Garan, Grand Priestess of Karine. Will you comply? Queen? What did she want with me? And why does he have to shout like that? I can't fathom why Queen Garan would summon you. You'd think she would summon me, you know? But I advise you to accept Her Eminence's gracious invitation. Royal shoulder rubber lackey, was it? May I join Mr. Wright in his audience with the Queen? Please let him! The name's Lackey, L-A-H-K-E-E, and all praise the omnipotent Queen Garan, for she has already foreseen and approved your request, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. You are both to come with me! Alright then. You mean to say Queen Garan sees every move? Yes indeed, Her Eminence's spiritual power is immense! You need to see what's going on thousands of miles away! Okay, thousands is mine, dude, lay off. Right. I fear I'll lose my hearing next if we don't hurry. Yeah, me too. Why did the Queen herself summon me personally? What could she possibly be up to? I don't know, man. Oh, jeez Louise. Can we just sit on this screen for a little bit here? Any ideas? So you've been here all this time. I wondered where you had gone. Don't tell me you missed me, Edgeworth. As if. The courts have been so peaceful without you around. You make it sound like I leave legal devastation in my wake. Well, don't you? You're not wrong there, buddy. Oh my god. Well, Wright, what do you intend to do now? I was thinking, I want to help Apollo win this case. So why don't we try to gather whatever information we can? You're quite the considerate boss. Well, I kind of forced him to take care of the office in my absence, so it's the least I can do. Alright, so we have to present, totally. Still at it, I see. I guess ball does mean little in the face of your incurable habit. Well, I heard you used to present evidence left and right during your investigations, too. That was a long time ago. Besides, who did you hear that from? Oh, I have my sources. Oh, I'll tell your source that I look forward to his next salary review. Oh, beautiful. Oh, it's ironic that the man tasked with upholding the law should end up breaking it. Well, it's not like we don't have our fair share of that back home. That is a thing of the past. I wish. The worst offenders have already been removed. God, Edgeworth, why can't you be real? Now that you mention it, wasn't Gasp in pain expelled from the prosecutor's office? Yes, he was a particularly troublesome individual. I was shocked to see him resurface here in Karine, and with considerable sway, no less. I just hope he doesn't end up making a mess of things here as well. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, so presenter number 3 gets the same reaction as the badge, and then 4 gets the same reaction as 2, so we're just gonna move on here. Just gonna let it go and move on and sleep. May 18th, Grand Palace Audience Chamber. R2, don't leave me. Ooh, oh, wow. Hey, ladies. Ah, the barbed-head lawyer has arrived. We bid you welcome. And you as well, Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth. How's it going, Queenie? Thank you. This place is still as magnificent as last time. We have heard much about you, Barbed One. Hiccup! Oh, even the Queen hiccups, apparently. I'm sorry. It seems your bluffs and tomfoolery tend to leave our court devastated in their wake. Is that what people have been saying about me? What? Now I got the hiccups, too. Right, where are your manners? Your Eminence, I am both humbled and delighted to be in your presence. Now see, Edgeworth knows how to smooth talk the ladies. Oh, Your Eminence. Glad to be here. Looks like you're doing well.
Ha! It is all right. There is no need to keep your head bowed all day. Even though I do like it.
Yes, Your Eminence. What's she gonna call Edgeworth? It's fluffy one. Rayfa's not looking too good. I guess even she can't just bounce back from her father's murder. So what can I do for you, Your Eminence?
We wish to question you about something related to the case at hand.
Perfect, because I have a few questions of my own. Okay. That train is just going ham out there. I hope it's... Mike's probably picking it up, but, I don't know, man. Inga's crime, let's see.
We fear we do not fully comprehend what has transpired, so it is that we summon you here to further elucidate the situation. Is it true that our husband, Inga, had been seeking the Founder's Orb?
Are you like Gamork from the Neverending Story? You just constantly refer to yourself as we? I don't know. I've seen other characters like that, though I can't quite remember who they are off the top of my head. That's right, he wanted to trade a hostage for it. That's why he abducted Maya Fey.
Insolent fool!
Ka-tonk. Ow, that is a lie, I say.
That is a lie, I say. Father would never have done such a thing.
But he did abduct Maya, that much is...
I will not stand here and listen to this nonsense. You pay for this, you!
Oh, man. Oh my god. Wow, are you just gonna let your kid run around and beat me up? Oh, there we go.
That is quite enough, Rayfa. We understand your feelings, but we fear he speaks the truth. For we believe we know why your father would do such a thing. We believe he was seeking the orb as a means of obtaining spiritual power.
Of course.
And with it he intended to usurp the throne. Mother.
What do you mean, Your Eminence?
Inga was planning a coup, for he was dissatisfied with the current administration. And his secret police was the primary instrument of his treason.
Secret police? They came up during the High Priest's murder trial, too. An elite force under the direct command of the Minister of Justice, in this case, Inga. Yeah. and who was hunting down rebels as Lady Kira was a member of that group.
Indeed, Inca turned that once proud force into his own private army, and he intended on using them to launch a coup and assassinate us.
Well, he had plenty of guys already. I'm not sure why he didn't just go ahead and do it. So your Eminence had no control over them.
As much as it shames us to admit it, Khura'in is not the unified realm it would appear to be. We are truly sorry you have had to witness the dirty underbelly of our kingdom.
Well, she really looked up to him, didn't she?
But know that Inga could not have become king simply through our assassination. For in Khura'in only those who possess spiritual power may sit on the throne.
I see. That explains why Mr. Inga was seeking the Founder's Orb. Yep.
Barbed One, do you recall the man known as Peace, Love, and Understanding?
Yeah, a little too well, actually. What about him?
He too was involved in Inga's machinations. Inga had bought his loyalty, ordered the man to steal the orb, and covered up the theft.
And then he sent the orb to the US for Dr. Buff to study. It's all coming together. Well, I kind of figured as much at this point.
The capture of the infamous villain Dirk Satmati. It may prove to be the crowning achievement of our reign. Now perhaps the kingdom may return to the peace it once knew. Oh, what a joyous day.
Hail to Her Eminence, Queen Grog, represents the Grog. Clap, clap, clap. Man, I thought I had the clap before. Her Eminence of spiritual power invoked a blessing straight from the Holy Madre. I'm not sure why I said Mother in Spanish, but well. I can see how her cronies would be elated at the prospect. The Queen herself seems almost giddy for someone whose husband was just murdered. Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Rayfa, on the other hand, doesn't appear to be taking it so well. Huh. About that incident that occurred 23 years ago. The one in which Dirk was accused of assassinating Queen Amara?
Yes, he set fire to her private residence, burning my dear sister alive.
Oh, you're just calling her sister, I was gonna say. Murder by arson.
Only a demon would be capable of such a heinous crime.
But that event also set the stage for you to become queen. What did you do before you were crowned queen, Your Eminence?
As part of our training to be queen, we served in many different governmental positions, the longest of which was as the previous Minister of Justice. It was in that position that we were best able to support our elder sister, Queen Amara.
Interesting. That's her husband's position, or at least it was. And when you ascended to the throne, you passed the DCA. Oh, we're getting into this now. Oh man. This is where the differences are going to start cropping up. Those who would support criminals will be deemed just as guilty. What prompted you to pass something like the DCA, Your Eminence?
The assassination of our dear sister Amara. When the infamous villain Dirk Satmati was apprehended, he announced that he would act as his own lawyer.
Yeah, that's right. Dirk used to be a lawyer.
Dirk had been an extraordinarily talented lawyer and highly esteemed by the people. But he falsified evidence in an attempt to win his own case.
I see.
But when the truth of his fabrications and the assassination of the Queen came to light, the people were devastated. And trust in the legal system plummeted.
Now why does that sound so familiar? Yeah, I wonder. I think he's referring to the Dark Age of the Law back in Dual Destinies there.
In Khura'in, the Hall of Justice is a sacred space where victims receive their last rites. Should the people lose their faith in it, the kingdom would be shaken to its very core. That is why the DCA had to be passed. It was the only way to keep our legal system from tumbling into the abyss.
So that's how you sought to eliminate the use of perjury and phony evidence, huh? But that law is what made lawyers go extinct in your kingdom. Now there's no one left to defend those who have been accused.
I know. We see how you could take issue with such a reality. However, we have not banned the act of lawyering itself. Those who are confident they can prove their client's innocence are always welcome to mount a vigorous defense, as you yourself have shown.
Well, I guess so, but without lawyers, there's the possibility of false charges being filed and prosecuted.
So long as our prosecutors continue to run nothing but perfect trials, there needn't be fear of such nefarious dealings. Do you disagree?
Well, how do you know they're perfect? So, yeah, sure, come to Edgeworth after he says perfect prosecutors, of course. Let's not get started down this path. I wasn't about to, don't worry.
Furthermore, here in Kirain, we have the divination seance. And so it is we no longer need lawyers, for the dead do not lie.
In the short time I've been here, I've beaten back false charges twice. And I found that cases built on the memories of the dead are less than perfect. So yes, I do take issue with the DCA, to say the least. Oh, it's happening. It's happening. The beginning of the end, y'all. New sprite and everything.
Oh, such relentless rhetoric. Your reputation precedes you, barbed one. It feels as if we ourselves were being cross-examined.
Well, guess what? You are. No, that wasn't my intention.
It is true that some feel that the DCA is a necessary evil at best, but it is a small sacrifice upon which the peace of our kingdom has been forged.
If you consider executing innocent lawyers a small sacrifice, then sure.
The fact is that following its passage, the crime rate here in Kirain dropped markedly. Therefore, we have no regrets concerning the enactment of the DCA.
Really, none at all.
Right, why don't we leave it at that? This isn't a court of law, after all.
Yeah.
About the Founder's Orb that was to be exchanged for the hostage. It went missing after the murder. Would you happen to know anything about that?
It's missing? I'm sure Dirk had it when he went into the tomb. If it wasn't there, I have no idea where it could be, Your Eminence.
In that case, perhaps Dirk has hidden it somewhere. Incidentally, there's the matter of that horned youth you were with.
Oh no, well he has it, so... Well, you must mean Apollo.
From his odd hairstyle, may we assume him to be a relative? Perhaps your younger brother?
No, you've got it all wrong! He's Dirk's son! Well, more like foster son. You're not actually related by blood.
Dirk's...
You know something, don't you?
Royal Guard!
Your Eminence? Does she also know that well, she has to know that Sadmati is his bio son too, right? She whispering in that one guy's ear. She's telling him to drag us by the wrists out of here.
Thank you for your time. The two of you may go now.
Yes, Your Eminence. We'll be on our way. Okay, now what? Apollo and Athena have the murder scene investigation covered, so... Maybe we should go speak with the locals over at the bazaar? Oh, I thought she was gonna, like, kick us out. Wow. Can I present stuff here? By the way, I'm a lawyer. Please take a look at this badge.
That reminds us of when Dirk was still practicing law. So we see that lawyers in your country also present evidence, simply to gauge the other party's reaction when all else has failed. Do not presume to use such simplistic methods upon us.
Sorry. Okay, fine. I won't present nothing else to you then. What you gonna do? You gonna bust me? Bitch! Oh, name that movie. That's Final Destination 2. Okay, let's go to the bazaar. See what happens. What do we got? What do we got? We're gonna go to the hideout. May 18th Bazaar. Man, it's weird that coming back here again. Oh. Well, what? Was that a lion? Oh, that caught me by surprise too when I first heard it. It's the cry of a local bird known as a warbod. A bird? That sounds like that. Wow, that is a little spooky. Sounds more like a beast than a bird, if you ask me. It's a form of mimicry. You know, to help protect them against predators and stuff. Yes, well, can't say I've heard one quite like that before. Well, it's more than unusual. It's endangered. It's extremely rare to encounter one in the wild these days. If it's so rare, then what's one doing out here in the middle of the bazaar? You got me. It's got something to do with it being their national bird. What? Whoa! Dude! Yeah, there he is. Startle you, PW? Boy, you scared the crap out of me. I thought, jeez Louise. What was that, Dad? He's still here. And he's still a dragon. The Defied Dragon's newest weapon. We call these puppies Dragon Snot Snaps. Ew. Uh-huh. And you need those, why? Because our hard work is starting to pay off. Thanks to our TV signal hijacking and stuff, more and more people are joining our cause. But on account of that, the regime's been cracking down on us real tough like. Yeah, there's been a lot going on lately. You can say that again. I mean, what with the High Priest fake murder / suicide? Oh, that. I thought you were... Okay. People are calling it the DCA tragedy. It's causing a real public uproar. Hopefully this means Tarrus's death won't be in vain after all. Yeah. That was interesting, the way that case ended. Like, oh man, we started something there. So how exactly is a handful of firecrackers going to be of help to you guys anyway? Simple. First, I supply them to our fellow rebels. Then we use them as a diversion when we need to shake Iran's goons. Huh? Like this. You cut that out. I'm not with the regime, and I'm not chasing you. Yeah. Your reaction, that was priceless, PW. Oh man. Guess I startled that warbird too. It's a miracle no one's trying to arrest him while he's too busy laughing. You there? Huh? Oh, hey.
You're one of those insurgents, are you not?
Yikes. Take that. Oh. Whoa. Jeez. That was nice use of the animations there. And he's gone. Those firecrackers are more useful than I thought. It's basically the smoke spell from Edge, not Edgeworth, but Edge in Final Fantasy IV.
Bobhead! Stop talking about Final Fantasy IV! I'm on the screen right now! You should be talking about me!
Your benevolence, what can I do for you?
I wanted to speak with you. About what my mother said. I do not believe a word of it. My father could not have been planning a coup.
Well, I can understand why you'd feel like that, but...
It was a setup. Someone must have been plotting against him.
How do you know that?
I just do, because the Holy Mother guides me. And as the Royal Priestess, I must uncover the truth for all to see.
Maybe this is just how Rayfa expresses her sense of duty. I mean, what if she's right? I don't know. I already had a feeling in the middle of while we were talking to the Queen that she's probably the one who arranged for him to be killed. As to whether she actually did it herself, though, I don't know.
You're investigating this matter, are you not? Then rejoice, for I shall accompany you, and bestow upon you the Royal Priestess's wisdom.
Yeah, that's the best news I've heard all day, Your Benevolence. Oh, dare get in our way with Rayfa by our side. We humbly accept your offer, don't we, Edgeworth? Man, how is she and Edgeworth going to get on here? As you wish, Wright.
Excellent. Then let us begin with my father's private quarters.
What? I think that's the first one I've had in this recording session, actually.
We should be able to find some clues there. I shall expose this false charge for what it is, if it's the last thing I do.
Could it be? Is the reason she's so defensive about Inga because she's a daddy's girl?
Bobhead, I can tell what you're thinking, you know. Let us not waste any time. My father's private quarters are located within the royal residence. Now follow me.
Oh, that's too much reading. Well, here we go. Wright, the minister's private quarters may hold evidence related to his murder as well. Yeah, maybe we can kill two birds with one stone. Rayfa's awfully fired up. I just hope she'll be ready for the truth we find. After all, it's hard to believe that Inga was not in full control of the whole affair. It's a royal residence, she said? There were other buildings around here. I kind of wondered if we were going to get to see any of the other ones.